All right. Hi, Iman. Welcome back. So since you're
Hello.
back, we want to talk about real quick on before the pod. Um, you just told us off mic that you're done with your book, so congratulations there. Obviously, congratulations,
Yes,
daughter.
thank you.
Uh, add the applause, editor. Um,
Jordan.
add the applause. So obviously, I would like to know, and told you this before. I'm not creative. I don't have a creative bone in my body as far as art, as far as that kind of art and those kind of stuff. So, how harder
Mhm.
was doing the second book than the first book?
I definitely feel like this one was harder because I feel like there's more pressure to give the story from like reactions of what everyone like told me from the first book. So it's like even in chapter one alone, which obviously is going to reveal what happened, right? I
What?
feel
Yeah.
like I can either I can either lose people, they're like, oh no,
Right.
or they're
Right.
like,
Right.
damn, okay, let me
Right.
just keep going. So I think it was definitely more pressure because now I have to deal with like the reactions of what people are going to say from the first book
Okay, so I got to follow
and
up
how it
too
ended.
before I let Rail cut in. So you talked about reactions. So in writing the second book, did you let reactions, outside influence, kind of shape where you took the story because of what other people were telling you, where they kind of wanted the story to go, or did you just let your own creative juices do its own thing and let these characters
Yeah,
just
the second part, I just kind of let the creative just go. I won't lie to you. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what happened, but what
right?
happened as a reader, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have wanted it to happen, but it
Okay.
had to, and that's just the way it went. Even like a few chapters in, I was like, what if I just change it real quick and then like
Mm-hmm.
make everything different? But it had to go that way. But also, I want to write like kind of what I want to see, which obviously we'll get into that with like Insecure. But like I want to be like a fan, and I want to be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. It's like I could see how that happened. I don't want to be upset or left like not knowing what happened. So yeah.
Absolutely. Real.
So what did you already have the second book kind of mapped out in your mind? Like when did you know where you were taking it?
So I kind of wrote out like things that I could see potentially happen, but I wasn't like necessarily set on them. So I'd probably say like I had like 10 things, a list of things that I'm like, okay, this could probably happen in book two or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the ones that I end up using as I was writing it, because I just kind of write and then I'll just go back and keep it. I'll go back and change everything. I just kind of just write, and then I'll go back through, and then stuff that I liked, I'll just keep. And then that's kind of how I laid it out. And then I wanted to keep the book kind of the same size as the first one. So that's also I have to kind of like figure, okay, so this one could go in book three, book four, book five, that way, because it'll be five total. So
We can we getting
We get
five.
five, like literally getting five chapters. Huh? Okay.
That
yeah,
can
That's
number
dope.
because it'll be
five be the
two on
real
her.
Iman collab? The real Iman.
Absolutely. I think that would be
Um.
You
fantastic.
already y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it
You
here
heard it
first.
here.
Oh
The
my
book is
god.
coming, Chris. I want you to give me a book title for this, all right? On the Those Millennials page.
This nigga real man. All right, so we don't need to unless real. You got any more questions? I don't want to
Oh, I got one
further
more.
depth. Go ahead. Go ahead. Got you. Go ahead.
What happened
Because
in
I'm gonna
this one?
shift it.
What happened?
That's not a real question, Iman. Please don't do that.
Stuff. Stuff.
Don't
See. All right.
don't do
Okay,
that.
I guess it wasn't
Yeah,
a real
stuff we
question.
all
All right,
experience.
so I
Yeah.
got a real question for you. So as I said in our last episode, you're a KD stan, you're a KD lover. So
Yeah.
essence, you're a Brooklyn fan. Kyrie played his first game yesterday. So what'd you think?
Um.
The unvaxxed one,
Uh.
the part time one.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought on the court he looked fantastic to be out for so long, but as a
Fantastic is
fan, it just made me
strong.
angrier.
Angrier.
It just made me more. Yeah, because I see what we can be, but we're only gonna be able to be it part time. So
What a
it just
gig!
irritates the
What a
shit out of me.
fucking gig for him,
He played
man.
well. He played well. because they were
Played well.
down.
Played well in the second. Played well in the second half.
They were down going into the fourth, 102 to 89 or something like that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Indiana
stop giving the ball.
Not a good team. Second, they got a skeleton crew because they've been decimated by COVID, like a lot of teams. So
and they stopped giving the ball to Lance.
Oh.
Nah, Lance did his thing, so I'm not even going to hate. I'm not going to be one of those people that hate on Lance after what he did yesterday. Shout out to Lance.
No, Lance, that's awesome what he did yesterday. It's one of the best things I've seen.
Yeah, but while he was looking for his, he missed some bonus a couple of times. He missed some Turner stuff. Lance was being Lance. If you watched the game, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I did. I can't score if I'm passing.
All right. Nicely said. All right. So you like what you see, you contender. So it doesn't feel weird to you that now that you got to look at the schedule and be like, oh, we play the Suns. Oh wait, that's a home game. Kyrie
won't
be
I
able to play
did that
game.
already. I was like, oh, he'll play against Indiana, but he can't play tomorrow against the Bucks. And
he'll play Monday. Yeah.
So yeah, it's annoying.
What a fucking gig. What a fucking gig for that.
And
man.
I love Kyrie, and I support anybody's personal decisions. It's just annoying because it's my team, and I want KD to get another ring, and I think his window is getting small.
When all these dudes' windows are small, except my man John Morant. All right, I'm just
I love him.
All right, so we can get started now. All right, welcome to episode 98. Wow, 98 of the Los Millennials podcast. Today, I'm your humble, gracious, and highly favored host, K the Classic Kevin. I'm here with my nearest and dearest. I would normally say boys, but today I'm gonna say my friends in real life. Rail's here. What's up, Rail? How you doing?
What it do, man?
And Jesse's not here, which is fine. Fuck Jesse. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to Jesse getting his paper. But we have a great, almost better substitute. Iman is here. How you doing, Iman?
Fantastic. Thank you for having me. We miss you, Jesse.
Jesse, no, I'm just fucking with him. I do that all the time. First and foremost, Happy New Year to everybody, all the listeners. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys celebrated responsibly. Hope you guys celebrated safely. On the way out, they got us with Betty. On the way out, they got us with Betty. But, I don't want to dwell on that. All positive for 2022.
RIP.
RIP to Betty, obviously. Real quick before we jump into the episode, which we're going to have a special episode. What did you guys do for New Year's? Did y'all do anything exciting, anything adventurous? Did anybody do anything worth talking about, uneventful?
Yeah, man. What did you do?
Jarrell told me that I did what I did 10 years ago, to just stay in the house and drink and watch the Lakers.
Sounds about right. Oh yeah, because they did play them. That was the last game. Yeah, they were the last game. Yeah.
I told her there was no change in what she's done.
There's no change in what I did from years ago.
Like since I've known her, it's just like,
she's done the same thing for New Year's. Yeah.
Since 20-year-old Iman, it was the same. Oh, what'd you do? Drink margaritas and stay in the house. It was like, oh. Fast forward 10 years later.
Well, there is a plague outside, real. So even if there was ever for a time for her to just more so be inside, and
no, that's in Vegas. Vegas is all active.
Well, I hear you. So yeah. So what did you do for
nothing? Nothing. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I just stayed in the house.
What about you, Kevin?
Mine was uneventful as well. I mean, that weekend it was my daughter's birthday party. Man, but
what a party!
but for New Year's, man, no, it was uneventful. I like you. I watched the Laker game. I probably played some Call of Duty and probably knocked out. I watched a little bit of the New Year's thing in Times Square and watched all those people unmasked, just being big ass groups like that, which
I got one question,
just
Kev.
made me mad. What's up?
Who had the budget for New Year's Eve? All we had was fucking Ashanti and Ja Rule for like the shot who dropped the ball. Like was the budget $3,500?
They gave all the money to Miley Cyrus and I'm not saying Buddy's name, Kim K's new plaything.
Oh yeah. We not acknowledging him. We not acknowledging him on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh
so,
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't say
We're
his
not
name.
acknowledging PD on this podcast.
PD. So, yeah, man. Like people are still operating like there's not a play going on. So that just it just tells me that niggas is dingy. All right. So, today we're gonna talk about, since we let time pass. So it's been 3 weeks since the Insecure season finale, if I might, or 4 weeks. How long has it been? 3 weeks?
It was
Hasn't been that
weekend,
long.
So what's that? Two or three?
Okay. So we wanted to give time to breathe from the series, finale of Insecure, and we wanted to do a season by season synopsis. We haven't talked about it on the pod, and again, I'm blaming Jesse for this, because Jesse has not watched the final season, and if he hasn't finished it. He started it, but hasn't finished it. So we never talked about Insecure.
But you got the Squid Games in, Jesse. That's crazy. You make me fucking sick, Jesse. Stop picking and choosing what you want to watch and put it in order like I do.
So we never talked Insecure because we didn't think it'd be proper. Not only for that reason, but we didn't think it'd be proper to talk Insecure if Jesse didn't have any input and he hasn't watched it. And it's only right for a show that's female driven and from the perspective of a woman to have a woman on the podcast to say her perspective. They already think we're misogynists on this podcast because there's a lot of testosterone.
Do they?
Some people. Some people. But so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So today's episode, we're gonna do a recap and kind of a synopsis of season 1, which Rel suggests is the best season.
It's the best season Insecure. Best season Insecure by far.
And I think me and Iman feel a little differently, but Rel. So Rel, if you want to start there, let's since we're talking in general of the season and we're not necessarily doing an episode by episode breakdown. First and foremost, why do you think and believe that season 1 is the best season compared to the other 4?
If I'm being honest and completely unbiased, I just think season 1 is the best season because I didn't know what I was expecting going into it. Like I honestly, I hadn't watched any promos or trailers even prior to going into it. Like I heard of the show coming Insecure with Issa Rae, and I knew who she was, but I didn't know what to expect. So as I'm just weeding through these people's lives, like I wasn't expecting like these characters to come into me, like truthfully to come into my life. I didn't know anything about them. Like, so I didn't know. And that's really why I like season 1 is because I didn't know what to expect from a black show in 2020. Let me check. What actually 2016 when it first originated.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah. So 2016. So I didn't expect that. That's honestly why I love it because it caught me so off guard. Is that I didn't know what to expect from season 1.
Well, okay, I can see that. And Iman, you have a rebuttal to answer Rel and tell you why you don't think season 1. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love season 1, but I always feel like with every series, season 1 is usually the struggle of the seasons. Usually, like with most like classic shows, because I feel like Insecure should go down as a classic.
Definitely.
It only gets better, and that's what I feel like Insecure was. Like it just continued to get better. The stories got better. The characters that we got to see more of got, I just think it was way better.
And also,
my favorite season is probably 3, but yeah.
I like the title names of season 1. Like
the time.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
It was insecure as fuck, messy as fuck, racist as fuck, thirsty as fuck, shady as fuck, guilty as fuck, real as fuck. Broke as fuck. Like I think that was the best.
I thought it was broken as fuck.
No, it just says broken as fuck. You're right. Yeah. So I just think that that had the best season titles. Like I just thought it was.
I agree with that. So a little bit, I'm gonna tell you guys reason why I love why everybody should love Insecure. Not only because it's um a woman driven show about a strong woman who's trying to find herself and find her way. And well, it's literally about two women, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, obviously it's about Issa, but it's
Yeah.
enough about Molly for it to be about Molly, right?
Definitely.
Is that how
But
women relationship friendships work? Because that shit is kind of insane to me.
I love it. So like Rail, obviously I didn't watch Awkward Black Girl. I'm not gonna lie. But I did know of her of Issa Rae. And what caught me with the show, not only because people were watching it, but it was the LA authenticity, which are you're gonna like. Soon as that happens, you're gonna grab me in the show. You're
It
gonna
should
pull
grab
me away.
anybody. The way it's shot is so aesthetically shot and so well. It should grab anybody, whether you're from LA or not. You know, I think it would.
Yeah.
You would think so, but because like a lot of shows have tried and have done it, but they've done it like the cheap way, right? Like they'll show you that they're in LA, but like they're on Melrose,
Baldwin Hills on BET.
they're on Baldwin Hills,
Yeah.
or they're in these places, and you can't. In your head, if you're born and raised out there, you like, oh, okay, I feel like I know where they kind of shot this. But like literally in Insecure, like there's prime locations, like where it's like, damn, like y'all shut down Roscoe's to do a scene at Roscoe's.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
HBO money. It's HBO. Well,
yeah, I know. That's I'm applauding that, because if Issa doesn't push for that authenticity, then HBO probably doesn't do something like that.
That is awesome.
So,
true.
Like literally the quick cuts in cinematography in the beginning of the show, starting with Kendrick as the first song doing like literally the LA authenticity of the show is like one of the first things that grab you and grip you, that at least enticed me, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Because the same way, and this is in a little bit different way, the same way Snowfall kind of grips me with their show, because it's LA, but in the in the 80s. It's kind of like the same way, because I'm like, oh yeah, I see that, like that looks familiar to me. All right, so real quick, do you guys want to talk about there's obvious answers, but which characters I'm trying to stay season one based without going too far into the other seasons, but I know obviously once we have this conversation, we're going to branch off into other seasons, because that's just how conversations go, especially when we're talking about season one that was in 2016. But which character from season one do you guys feel like, besides Issa and Molly, grew the most from the end of the series? It's for the end of the series. Like, which character did you see grow the most? And obviously, the obvious. I mean, if you want to pick Issa and Molly, that's fine. Like, those are the obvious answers. But if you guys want to pick any other characters that you feel like grew, anybody?
Oh, if we don't pick Issa and we can't pick Molly,
you go ahead and pick Lawrence. Go ahead and pick Lawrence. Yeah, right.
Lawrence was a mess.
I like bum Lawrence.
I mean, how you gonna shit on a nigga when he's down? I'm just saying.
when I walk into the apartment on my birthday and you're laid out.
Yeah, that was tough.
One bad day. He was going through
you can't pick. Okay. You can't be that. It can't be that day.
I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this until we get to. Until we let me go the way I want to go. I'm not gonna get to that how I want to, because me and Iman about to fight already.
And you know what's interesting? Again, not to bring up what's gonna happen in the further seasons. I saw after finishing the series and watching the behind the scenes. It's interesting that Jay Ellis didn't even like audition for Lawrence. He auditioned for
He did for Daniel.
He auditioned for Daniel,
I could never
and
see
he
him being
damn sure
Daniel.
don't.
Yeah,
He damn sure don't fit a
he
Daniel.
can't be Daniel.
which is weird because he
hair.
right.
What's
which is weird to me because it's like, yeah, that's not. I couldn't imagine like how you. No.
He
So
can't be
like
Daniel. So the person who was Daniel was supposed to be Daniel.
yeah. So like when he said that,
You don't like
it
Daniel?
just.
I don't like Daniel at all. I don't like any of the movies he's in.
So can I ask that? What's wrong with Daniel?
Yeah, what's wrong with Daniel?
Daniel with the good hair? You mean to tell me the nigga who started this whole problem to begin with?
He started the problem.
Okay,
This is my issue with you. He wasn't the problem. You know, Issa was the problem.
So here's the thing though. So on my worst days,
yeah,
you
Zeus.
go put that monkey on Daniel with the good hair.
To be fair, it wasn't one of his worst days. They was up at the time. Like everything was good. They already did I'm in this when he already put it on, when you know what happened in the studio.
Daniel with the good hair already smashed.
No.
Yeah.
It was still bad days, though. I don't condone what Issa did by any means. However, there's only so long that I can stick through. And unfortunately, in our 20s, our decision making is not that good. So if there's a Daniel coming who on the outside looks like, oh, okay, he got his shit together. And mine is on the couch when I come home on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
One bad day, keep bringing up the birthday.
I don't condone it.
I'll say this: the man was bringing home unemployment. So, but you know, it is what it is.
Bringing home unemployment.
He was bringing home unemployment.
We cannot. We cannot. We just.
Yeah. Lawrence's growth is interesting though, because literally, and I say this. I'm trying to say this without coming off weird. Lawrence, style-wise, is who I would, if I was to peg myself as somebody who like I like to dress like somebody, it'd be Lawrence, because everything he wore was like, oh shit, that like, oh shit, he got on Off-White. Oh shit, he got on Undefeated. Oh shit, he got on like, you know.
The Lawrence Hive was definitely agrees with that. Lawrence swag was definitely on point. When Lawrence got his job, ever since he stopped working at that little whatever
Best Buy.
Best Buy, yeah. That's what it was. Okay, I want to show you actually.
What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with the Best Buy job, by the way.
Not when you.
By the way, you still walk into Best Buy right now during the pandemic. They still got like 30 people on the floor at fucking 9:00, which makes no sense to me. Continue.
But I'm just saying, like, Lawrence had a come up, but at the same time, I just think he was drippy. But when he finally got a little money, when he got the good job, had to move to San Francisco and start, that's the thing about it. At the time, support me in the rough time, because.
So how long does she support? Because they were together 5 years, right? And
I'm just saying, it's not even about support at that point. Just break up with the person before you do the things that you do. Why damage somebody else? Because you ultimately want to just be with something. You ultimately just want to be reckless as a person. That's ultimately, I've always just break up with the person, put his ass out.
It's crazy, and I hate to be this person. If Issa was a guy, right? Like let's literally turn the situation on its head. I think the season 1 of Insecure is not as successful because it's literally like damn near every other show for the most part that has love interests like that. Yeah, for the most part. But the shock value in which, in my opinion, made the show what it is and what it was is that it showed a woman in her flaws. Like it showed a woman. Obviously not kind of sort of getting her shit together, but like she's more stuff because she obviously she doesn't necessarily like her job. She's working
but
for a whole
say
bunch of racist fucks.
she hated her
But
back
like
in season 1.
she's more established than her mate, and her mate is low, as Real said. Like your mate is low, like your man is low.
Can we
So-
kind of can you kind of I mean, I don't know for anybody who hasn't seen it. I mean, can we kind of describe what we're talking about? Like, so because we've been talking about it like overall, but we never talked about. We talked about Daniel, but I don't think we told the listeners what we're talking about season 1 overall. We're just talking about the characters. When you say that,
so I mean, so talking about like who they were to Issa.
Yeah. To who they are to each other in the story.
So like
for
like
somebody
like
who don't know.
Yeah, so like I mean, so like Iman said, Issa and Jay Ellis. I prefer to call him Jay Ellis more than
I like Lawrence better.
Lawrence
okay,
better.
Okay, all right. Lawrence and Issa. We can call Issa though. Anyway, and so they've been dating together 5 years, living together, cohabitating, sharing the same address. Issa is not really happy with her job, but she's trying to make the best of it, best out of a situation, right?
Works at a nonprofit.
Works at a nonprofit. Her best friend is a lawyer, works at a really successful firm.
Which I also think
everybody in the firm is dominantly white, so that needs to be said. She works at an all-white firm. And Daniel, who we've been saying his name, is Issa's what if guy, which everybody has a what if guy or a what if girl. Why you make that face, Real? Oh, you don't agree with that?
Yeah, because most of the Charlies I date end up having sex with them dudes.
No, Iman made a face. Iman, you don't agree with the what ifs? With the what if people? Ooh, the face is still there. You don't believe in what if guys?
I don't know.
You don't subscribe to that?
I don't know if everyone had or has a what if person.
I would say had. Not that you don't have, it's not forever. It doesn't last forever, but everybody's had a what if
not
person.
Like current, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're younger, you live in what if moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
That I 100% agree. Iman, if you don't agree with that, I don't believe you.
No, I agree. I agree.
Okay. I was about to say everybody has that what if game. Like let's be real here. And yeah, so Issa in episode 1 and 2, episode 1 is essentially Issa is not feeling Lawrence, obviously, because she comes home like Iman stated, and it's her birthday. It's her birthday, and he's on the couch with a hoodie. Completely forgot about her birthday.
Right.
So she decides to respond to a Facebook. By the way, Facebook. Well, Daniel's message on Facebook to Issa was, "Happy birthday, I miss you."
That's usually all it takes, bro.
Who's sending that? Who's sending that message?
That's usually all it takes, bro.
They're friends. They don't need a full back and forth.
No.
You thought he should have said more?
You don't send happy birthday with "I miss you" at the end of it. No, who does this?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah,
yeah.
I ain't really vibing.
Happy birthday.
I know you got
I miss you. Yeah. Like, that's a little.
I mean,
so
we don't know their previous relationship, but unless they
right, we just know they go back. That's all we know is they go back. So obviously,
but that's
I'm
usually
trying
all
to.
it takes. They usually just take.
So Issa,
again,
I'm trying to go fast because I don't want to just tell the whole story because I'd be here telling the whole every fucking episode. Issa doesn't respond all day, but obviously after she comes home and Lawrence is on the couch on her birthday and didn't do anything special for her, she fucking responds to a message. That's literally what it takes for a woman to fucking respond. You fuck up like that, she responds to the fucking Facebook message.
That's all.
That's literally what it takes.
That's it, Kev.
You fuck up. They
on a birthday. That's all.
That is built up from all of her frustration. All of her she was like, "Oh, this nigga's on the couch." Okay,
this nigga's on the couch on my birthday.
Crazy. The infidelity
that was built up frustration.
The infidelity that just
so she goes out with her best friend Molly. You're
not addressing the fact that
he's not.
He's been doing nothing. You're not addressing that fact.
Yeah.
Addressing it in the aspect of the fact that that people go through shit. You know, but at the
I
same
agree.
time, you're gonna either kick the man while he's down. Here's the thing: if you know he's down, don't break him. You fucking somebody else isn't the solution to it. You making him better to somebody you supposedly care about.
Well, it's not like she slept with Daniel and then left Lawrence for Daniel. At least that
Daniel with the good hair.
Daniel
with the good hair started a lot of this. You know, he started this whole.
I can't believe you as a man are blaming Daniel
as
a man when this is
all
all Issa's fault.
Is that a concern for you guys? Is that something you think about? Like, oh, this girl has somebody. Let me step back. That's what you process in your head when you're trying to pursue somebody.
Yeah, to me, I don't pursue anybody who's in a relationship or anybody who's in a situation.
Or someone that you've been friends with for a long time.
Bro, let's be real. You never pursued a woman that was in a relationship. Let's be real here, man. Come on, man. It's 2022. We gonna stop capping.
I mean, not now. No,
not now. Okay.
No, 20s. Yeah, 20s. I was fucking stupid. But I was a kid then. Like I don't do the same shit I did when I was 23. Like. But I mean, if the whole thing is though, if she was truly unhappy, which she was at that point, my only thing was she should have left. She should have left, or she should have went to move in with Molly, put Lawrence's ass out, and say, "Hey, you got this many days to get out," which she ultimately did. But in the aspect she did, it was so messy. You say, "How could I even have any kind of dignity?" Because then she did the shit that she did, and
but
then
she didn't plan to sleep with Daniel. It's not like she woke up.
She didn't plan.
Here's the thing, though. I hate that whole "I don't plan to sleep with anybody" shit. It's like you plan to go out with this nigga, and then.
No. You don't remember. You don't remember what? So you not remember the episode?
Okay, yeah, they met at the club. They met at that club, right? Good, because they met at that club that night, right? Didn't he give her a ride home?
That's episode 1. No, but you're talking about the wrong thing. Yeah. So after that happened, the viral video of Broken Pussy came out. She needed help taking it down. She asked Lauren to take it down, like to help her take it down, which he ultimately did, which was really fucked up. And so she went to Daniel because Daniel was at the club and he was asking around. Like she was her knight in shining armor. So she like literally drove him to the studio and it just happened, man. We was around, drinks was around, the vibe was there.
And he wanted her to listen to some of the music. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. She trip failed and landed on it, huh? That's crazy.
But she did in the first episode. She did intentionally want to see Daniel, so she went to the club.
She went to his house and they kissed. Yeah.
You can't keep putting the breadcrumbs there and be like, "Oh, I'm so."
They were on.
This is the kind of lie.
That's a gray area because low key when she walked out, that's a breakup. I don't care what nobody said. What she said when she walked out, they broke up.
She said maybe we should take a break.
Yeah. They broke up.
Cause she'll like a woman to know that a nigga have a mechanic shop and be like, "Oh, I broke down right in front of this guy's mechanic shop that I just so happen to know." They'd be like, "What? You just so happen to break down in front of that nigga's mechanic shop?" It's like, yeah, and he fixed my car, and it was crazy. Like, what? How's this going on? Like, what? So Daniel need to take you out of all people in the world. Daniel was the one that had to be the one to help. Come on, man.
Because he was the one at the club. He was at the club. He was the one that knew people at the club, so he can potentially find the person that put the video up. Yes.
So you don't think Daniel should have pursued because he knew that she was in a relationship?
Yeah, I think that's kind of
Daniel. Look, real.
Even though they've been friends forever,
right? Daniel's a lion, man, and let's be real. Daniel can get any girl he want, no homo. I can't even say that no more. I'm sorry. Bleep that, editor.
You can say it. You can say
it. Daniel can get any person he want.
We don't know if Daniel got good Johnson.
We don't.
We don't know if Daniel got good Johnson.
We got a good idea that he got.
One thing Insecure does is really showcases the intimate moments, and from her experience, I think she was having a good time.
The what she's saying in a nice PC way is the sex looked good. He looked like he was putting it down on Issa on the couch in the studio. It looked like it was happening.
Not mine, but
it looked like it was all happening. It looked like literally if Issa had money after that, and obviously she didn't feel bad literally after 5 minutes after and staring in the mirror. she would have bought him some Gucci shoes or something. She would have tricked off on Daniel after that. Like she would have bought him something. That's what women do after you put him down on. Really, after you put it down that one solid good time, they want to buy you something. You ain't.
All I get is bad attitude. What the fuck am I doing? All I get is nigga when you leaving, and I'm about to follow you on Instagram.
Well, you want to talk about serving out good Johnson? All right. Anyway,
I get it, nigga when you leaving.
Real.
And are those whole thing is they be like, are those your basketball shorts? I'm all okay.
Wow. All right. So
three sets of Pro Club shorts on the floor. 3 sets of Pro Club shorts on the fucking floor. And you getting mad at me? Just saying, I'm sorry, ran over.
Oh man.
This nigga swear he's just hurt in every aspect. Anyway, is there any characters you wish would have? And this is maybe a further down the line question for the series. Is there any? Excuse me. Is there any characters you wish would have been more prominent in season 1? Because I got one right off the top of my head who should have been more, and they should have been more of this dude in season 1.
Lawrence Boy.
He's funny. He's awesome. But yes, I agree with that.
He's really good though. Yeah.
So Zeus said Kelly, which I agree with. Kelly's arguably probably the best supporting character in the show.
Absolutely.
I would say Thug Yoda. We needed more Thug Yoda, man. Y'all know I'm talking about the blood dude.
Oh,
we needed more. We needed more Thug Yoda in the show. And again, spoiler alert for season 5 series end. Just them driving by the Doonies and just see him outside the house wasn't enough for me. Like that
was everything. That one and going in front of We Got Y'all and seeing the
I mean that one was cool and seeing Frida. That one I appreciate that, but the Thug Yoda. Nah, man. He should have been in more of the seasons and 2, 3. Like, I don't know. Make him and Lawrence somehow be boys. Make him somehow Lawrence live in his building. They should have had him more in.
I agree with Kelly, hilarious. Though. And I actually wanted to see more of Tiffany. Like, I felt like we got to see a little bit of her later, which I don't want to spoil. When y'all get to that season. But I would like to see more Tiffany.
More Tiffany as well. Frida was I like the character Frida. She played she was like her only quirky white friend that she kind of sort of trusted at We Got Y'all.
Yeah.
In later seasons she became more developed and she became Issa's boss. So Frida was really good. I think they did a really good job of casting her. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, or I'd give her a shout out, but I don't. Who else? And it's just me. The dude she ends up sleeping with in season 2, that lives downstairs, the little young boy with the little weird shaped head.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish he would have been more in the season. I don't even know if he had a name. I don't remember what his name. Oh, Lisa Joyce is Frida. Thank you. All right. So now we're gonna get to. So we basically just talked about everything in season 1. We've just been rambling on. But obviously, in episode 5, she goes to the studio to drop Daniel off, and she ends up staying. She ends up staying and watches Daniel work a session with one of his artists, and everybody leaves, and it goes down. It literally goes down. And immediately after, which always bothers me, Issa goes in the bathroom to women freshen up, whatever. And she stares at herself in the mirror. And that shot of her staring in the mirror is probably one of the best shots in the whole series. When she's literally staring in the mirror and Issa's eyes Like you literally can tell what she's thinking when she's staring in the mirror, which just is
It's awesome.
phenomenal acting, phenomenal cinematography, and it's just all the elements. I can't remember if they were playing a song at the same time. I feel like they were, but I just can't remember what it was.
First off, shout out to all the Insecure soundtracks.
Yeah, I mean that goes without saying. That goes without saying.
Tap me in on so much music on this. You tap me into so much music.
That scene to me is like if we talk about Insecure, and now obviously like we talked about, it's been 3 weeks since the series finale. I haven't rewatched the final episode. I plan on to. Now I have a real reason to watch because we're redoing the seasons. I think that's got to be in my short list of top 5 best scenes in the whole series. Is the one she was just staring at herself in the mirror after what she realized what she done. Because I'm gonna be honest, we've all been there. At least I've been there as a person before, where you've done something that you regret. Again, a long time ago. Let me get that out of the way. You've done something you regret, and you're so in the moment, and you're just kind of letting animal instincts do animal instinct shit. And then literally basically.
What are you, 6 animal instincts with animal instincts? What are you talking about?
This is coming from a man who said I'm a lion. Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, it was so relatable because I feel like I've been there, and if anybody and we're all not perfect.
That's crazy. Cheating relatable, huh?
We're all not perfect.
That's crazy.
It doesn't even necessarily have to be cheating. It's just like doing something you shouldn't have probably been doing.
Here's the thing. Don't even put yourself in that position. Real.
I don't know if you said it on before the pod or after the pod, but didn't you just say you were toxic as fuck? Or
when I was younger.
Oh, when you were younger?
Well, they were in their 20s.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I was toxic.
So you're no longer?
They're all in their 20s when the season started.
I was toxic going to my body.
Spoken like a true toxic nigga. But yeah, like I said, that's probably on my short list of favorite scenes in season 1. Can you guys think of any scenes in season 1 that like really, really stands out? And you can go through off all the episodes. Which ones you guys feel like really stands out to you guys?
I got one that comes to mind off rip is the argument they had outside the restaurant.
Yeah. That's one of the best scenes in show history. When he, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, I'm taking your spotlight.
When Lawrence had moved on and got a new girlfriend, her name was Partner or something like that, or something in season 1, and
that's season 2. Mm-hmm.
Is that season 2?
Yeah. See. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, but when they had the argument outside the restaurant, was that season 1 or season 2?
That was at Derek's birthday party.
That was at Derek's party. So yeah, season 2. Thanks a lot, bro. Good job.
That's season 2.
Good job, bro.
We're gonna do season 1 and 2 today because that was one of the best.
That's a really good scene.
That is my favorite moment. I thought it was season 1. I'm sorry, Kev, but I just gotta talk about that moment. It's just such a reflective argument. It's just like everybody. Yeah. At some point, you've been there, whether you.
See, we're in different places. I ain't never been there because I don't do that.
Bunch of stuff that they haven't been able to say.
I would say that. I mean, in the aspect of you've been able to argue and vent with somebody that you didn't even like who they become. You know, where it's like, it's like you're arguing with a different version of somebody now. You know, I've had to do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I've dated some devilish people, but at the same time, I just think that scene just ultimately it was just kind of a quick surmise of just how you could really get caught up in shit and really like not notice. You know, it just was a realistic argument. But sorry, that was season 2.
Yeah,
but that was an argument outside. But for
that's a really good scene, though.
As far as season 1, I think I think the moment for me is when she told Lawrence like.
I was gonna say that would be the best one to me when as soon as he said, "Who's Daniel?" I was like,
"That one,
shit.
Yeah, that one hit."
Who's Daniel? That's crazy.
That line. That's all. That's it. Those two. Who's Daniel?
That's crazy.
Like, Never met
That's
him.
crazy. Who's James? Who's Ronnie? Who's Bobby? Who's Ricky? Who's Mike? Damn.
Right.
Yeah,
so
that was a tough scene.
So you have any other ones, Iman, to follow for that one, or is that the one you want to ride with?
I would say that's the main one, and then I would say every scene, because I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I think the biggest love story that we see in all the seasons is Molly and Issa.
Mm-hmm.
Like
their friendship.
So
that's awesome.
Their friendship, literally. So when they had that argument at the event, and Issa was like, "Well, you can't even keep a nigga," and they were kind of going back and forth like that. Like, thankfully, I have never had those kind of arguments with my friends.
You mad because I can keep a nigga?
Who talks to friends like that? Yeah. I don't know who talks to friends like that, but they every time they have those kind of scenes in every season, it's so intense and it's oof. And I'm usually always team Issa because
they cut so deep with those scenes.
Yes,
it was
do.
a level, like
they
I said, it was a level of realism. It was a level of realism with all those scenes where it was just like you could see somebody having this conversation with somebody. I mean, when you obviously when you're in your 30s and you're either single or dating, you can see somebody who isn't or who has a person who hasn't had successful men like Molly does. But like I said, Molly, like I said, toxic comes in different forms. Molly's toxic herself,
Yeah.
Yes, she is. She's very toxic.
Yeah, very much.
Success can bring toxicity.
In preparing for this pod, obviously rewatch season 1, and I just you just forget a whole lot of shit that happened, and when Molly finally got into the league, and for those who don't know, the league is a dating app, like a really exclusive dating app that Molly was waiting for to be on for 3 months or something like that, if I remember correctly. And she got in, and it's supposed to. So the league is supposed to be the top tier men in dating sites. They're all professionals in their field. So it's supposed to be the creme de la creme. It's supposed to be top notch.
Basically, gold diggers.
So she gets in the league, and I'm gonna talk about the second guy which was Jadena by
Classic Man.
Yes, Classic Man.
Yes.
When Molly takes it, when they and you see him in the bed, and after they had sex, and obviously she's feeling him, Molly just doesn't pick up on hints. She's not a really good hint. She's not really a good hint pick-upper.
Oblivious, but I think that's because I think it's because of who she is as a person.
I'm big on hints. So she's she wants to love so hard. She feels like she has this awesome job. She has her career. And she makes good money, and she's just I want to find my person to match this. I want to find somebody who's either above me or on the same level as me. That's why she.
But she jumps from
played with Jared.
1 to we should be in year 2. So you can leave something in the drawer.
And also she
that's what I was saying. That's what I was getting to.
Also, she was also offering her career more than herself.
Yeah. Iman just hit on it. What I was basically about to say, just not able to pick up a hint is everybody. I would implore everybody, when you're in a relationship, and just pay attention to body language. The body doesn't lie. Somebody can lie to you.
Read the room, everybody.
Somebody can lie to you in their face, with their words, but just read body language. Just watch behavior, because the scene I'm talking about is when they're in, they're in bed. They just got done having sex or whatever, and Molly, they just hung out, they just met on this app, and obviously she slept with him or whatever, and she's trying to invite. She wants to see him again that same night. So she tells him "Oh, there's this party for one of my friends. You want to come?" And he literally gives her the classic, no pun intended, classic man line of. I'm busy. I got work stuff to do. But maybe I'll catch you later. And then she puts more pressure on it. It's well, if you can, just let me know. And then he gives it again. He nudges. He says something really nice again. It's like, I'll try my best. And then she hits him with the, oh, if you do come, I gotta let so and so know. I'm bringing a +1. So, and then he caves. He caves. He just like, all right, I'll be there.
He feels bad for it.
Yeah, because like he feels bad. Like he's trying to be a nice guy. I really do think he was being a nice guy. Like even when he
actually handled it very well.
I think so. Even when he did the I'm her boyfriend thing to her friends, I thought that was the right move, in my opinion.
I actually wasn't mad at that because she was just trying so hard. He's like, I don't want you to be embarrassed in front of
I don't want to embarrass you. He was like, no. I was like, I thought, so that was like again, talk about Molly's toxicity. That's like very telling. And again, I forgot about that scene, and you forget that happened because you've been with this person.
I just thought of another really, really key scene.
Oh, go ahead.
And now his name is escaping me. What's the dude's name that Molly was dating that worked at Enterprise?
Jared.
Yeah, when Jared said he had a sexual experience.
Yeah, and then she finds something. Jared was the cool Jared again. So she played with Jared. She played with Jared. She met Jared in episode 1. She was feeling him, catching vibes. Jared bumps into her in episode 2 when she's like eating some kind of ice cream. Oh no, she's eating a burger. She doesn't look her best. She's just like walking up and down the street, and Jared sees her, and he still like tries to holler at her and talk to her and like, yo, like, be funny with her. By episode 3, she's in the league and she's trying to push Jared to the side and just friend zone him, which she does. By episode 4, she needs Jared's help. And all these guys on the league ain't working for her. So obviously there's chemistry with Jared, so she goes back into Jared, right? And then when they're together and everything's right, she finds something wrong with Jared. Oh, he didn't go to college, or he works at Enterprise, or he has a weird sexual experience that makes me question his sexuality.
How much sharing is too much sharing.
Like you want him to open up
how many partners you've had, and I don't know why we do that. That makes
I don't know
sense to me.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna take responsibility. I'm gonna take no, not no. I know, but I don't care.
It just depends on how you.
Here come Toxic's real. Do you ask your girl how many partners she's been? Be real.
No. But here's the thing. Hold on. It matters. Here's the thing. You gotta check the Carfax.
No, you don't.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Let me tell you why. Because if you're just a horny devil, let me tell you why. Let me explain to you. Because if you're just ready to have sex all the time, and I'm not that person, and I'm like, okay, well, why are you so horny? And then I look at your Carfax and I see, okay, there was a Micah Melvin and a Ray 2 weeks ago. So then I just realized that that was just a rail term. So I'm not gonna be.
So you want to know?
Because at the same time,
you don't want to be Mara Winans. So no, answer yes or no. So you want to know how many partners?
No, I don't have to know now. No, not at 33 years old. I don't have to know now. No, but at a time, no. I mean, because if a shorty has kids, I should know. Like, and most people around my age who I'm dating, they have kids.
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
If she has kids, what the fuck does that mean?
She has a few partners.
If she's had kids, she's been with somebody. I mean, you can't have kids by yourself.
I just think there could be too much sharing, and I feel like Molly and Jared just did too much sharing in the beginning.
But that's what Molly wants, and that's and when we get to it, I don't remember Buddy's name, the Asian guy that she ended up not liking and then not liking.
He was cool too, Theo.
That's not the nigga's name. I don't even know his name, but I know the nigga's name is not Theo.
No, I don't remember his name.
92.3 Theo.
He didn't work for her though. I'm glad that didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be real. He was too good for her. But
you know who I liked, but that's a couple seasons from now.
Right.
Nathan, light skinned Nathan.
Oh, that's for Issa. Yes, but I was gonna say Dro. I had
you like Dro? That weird ass nigga Dro?
I have a soft spot for him. I mean, I know he's married, but
that was
later.
Molly and Dro's relationship was one of the weirdest ones of this whole fucking series.
That was cool. That's season 2 or 3. Is that 2 or 3?
That was the most exciting one for her.
Was that season 2 or 3?
2, I think.
2. Okay.
2. That was the most exciting relationship that she had. But go ahead. Kevin.
That brother-sister sex be crazy.
Okay. Go ahead, Kevin.
When she kept saying Dro was her brother, she kept saying like Dro was like her brother. She kept saying like Dro was like this like her brother. When she first introduced
Girls
Dro,
do that. We lie and say that
she
y'all
kept
are brothers,
saying
y'all
Dro
are
was her
friend,
brother.
And we really want to do more. That's a lie.
Exactly.
We're lying to ourselves.
She kept saying Dro was her brother the whole time. She kept saying Dro's like my brother. But we ain't got to that point yet. So I'm gonna say that for the next podcast.
Excellent.
But let's just say that whole he's my brother dynamic, but he can sleep in my bed and he ain't got no drawers on under his basketball shorts.
I'm done.
Oh man.
So I don't even know where to fucking go from there. Fucking derailed me.
Well, we were.
What were we talking about? Please help me.
People his girl.
Oh, thank you.
I don't have to know that. I don't have to know that now. No, but I'm just saying, like at 20s, you guys.
So at one point, you wanted to know everybody that your partner.
No, not everybody, but I just want to know. You just want.
But why is that necessary to share?
Why is that necessary?
That part.
I mean, you don't want to be overly. It depends on the stage you're asking at. Because I say when I was asking from just how, like, what's your experience. I wasn't not asking from a criticizing standpoint. Like, I mean, I never like, oh, Kev.
But I feel like it's like
Kev, you talk to fucking every woman I've dated. Go ask one of them how it was. Go ask one of them. Go ask them one of them shorties how. You ever at some point you have contact with at least one woman I've dated. Go ask them how it was. Go ask them, and they'll tell you the truth. If I ask that question. Go ask a former go ask one former podcast host that used to be on this show.
That's the second time she didn't get name dropped, but she got shot, blew out of the sky for no reason. Shout out to her.
Go ask her.
But I feel like for females, we're going to be the one that's more upset because typically you guys' number is higher than ours.
Wow, Iman, that's male bashing.
No. That's just.
I'm gonna be real. I never subscribed to knowing how many partners anybody's been to. It never matters. The only thing that matters is obviously when you get older, if you want to make sure that both of you guys are safe. End of story. If you guys are doing it unprotected. End of story. For me, yeah. I was gonna say if you guys are doing unprotected.
One thing that's like talked about.
No, that's really the reason you want to know why. Because nowadays you just got to be sure. Like, hey, if
we do this, you can. But no, so you can just get tested, but she ain't got to tell you your number. Oh, I'm good. That's all you need to know is I'm good.
Happy medium.
I hate this thing, man. I swear. Does anybody else have anything they want to hit on before we get out of here about season 1?
That's it.
Yeah. Do you want? Obviously, I mean, we can talk about obviously. Okay, so that's not it. We're gonna talk about obviously the season finale that had everybody talking. So after 2 episodes of Issa damn near begging to see Lawrence. And have to make an excuse to go to his new job because Lawrence has a new job now. I forgot what was the name of the company. Irrelevant. But he's working in the field that he wants to work in. He's not a Best Buy. Issa is obviously still feeling guilty. She wants to apologize to Lawrence. She still has feelings for Lawrence, obviously. He still has his stuff at her house. He's staying with we gotta know his name. He's like one of the best characters. What's Lauren's best friend, light skinned dude, the realtor? What's his name? Somebody gotta know his name. Zeus, real quick, please, when you get a chance. He's staying over there. He obviously Chad. Thank you. He's staying with Chad. And Issa's doing all the girl things, pulling up to Chad's house, looking all fly, trying to catch. She did look fly when she went to Chad's house. By the way, that was probably her, one of her best looks that she
Issa
had.
just looks good.
I wholeheartedly agree. But when
Can
she
we
went
add
to Chad's
Issa
house,
on this so she can see if she can get in my DMs?
when Issa's
She's
married,
also married, but no.
Issa's married.
Oh, what?
This was Iman. This was the same face he made when he found out that Candace Parker was married.
I ain't even have a chance to shoot my shot.
With Candace, no one really knew, but Candace, if you notice, she's been wearing a ring like the last 2 years. She just ain't said nothing.
Yeah.
I thought that
So
was for
happy for
me
Candace.
because I DM'd her, put the ring on. The nigga gonna be cool once the podcast blow up and nigga get his paper. Nigga clear up a few bills. Candace, I'm gonna be cool. But damn,
So who are
that's
you more
crazy.
upset about, Candace or Issa?
Equally as both at this point.
So long story short, Issa's expecting Lawrence to pull up to the house. It's like the show does a really good job of making you believe he's gonna pull up to the house. And he doesn't. He pulls up to
where is he, Jarrell? Where's he at?
He pulls up to the shawty that works at Bank of America with the pretty smile and the nice body.
Tasha.
Yeah, Tasha.
Tasha's ass.
And in probably one of the best scenes in season 1, which we didn't mention, the sex scene between Lawrence and Tasha.
Best sex scene of the whole season. Best sex scene of the whole season.
No brainer.
And nigga had to cut the lights off on that one.
I can't. I just can't.
Oh my
and I cut the lights
god!
off and get 2 blankets.
Did you light a candle at least? The bare room. Did you light a candle? Did you tell yourself? Did you tell yourself that you loved yourself?
You see no problem with him being with Tasha, Jerome?
No, Tasha was fly.
Tasha was fly. Tasha was fly.
Tasha was cool. That was
Tasha
cool.
was fly.
That was to move on. That was time to move on at that point,
They didn't have the same. They had. I mean, in season 2, they had similar chemistry. I mean, he joked with Tasha similar like he joked with Issa. Like they seemed like they had really good chemistry, and just Lawrence just being Lawrence tried too hard.
Tasha was just
rebound.
I think Tasha was just I'm pissed off. So this is someone who's willing to sleep with me. So
like there's
the threesome he had was I'm pissed off.
That's very insecure. He forgot his debit card too. That's the best part of Insecure.
So that's probably the best way to end it because we're already hopping on season 2. But yeah, man, season 1. Right, season 1 is
great.
Season 1's a really good start up for season. It really makes you want to dive into the characters. Like I said, the cinematography is on point. Obviously, awesome storytelling, and you just fall in love with these characters that really grow and pay off.
Good intro to all of them.
and pay off towards the end. So like that's really important to me. Does anybody have anything else they want to hit on before we get out of here? Rel?
Nothing. I've said enough.
No.
You said enough. Iman, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you spending the time with us. Thank you. Jesse, fuck you. Respectfully.
Hi, Jesse.
Iman, we can't wait to get our hands on your new book. And we'll be looking forward to any ballpark, no specific numbers, ballpark when it's dropping, ballpark.
Let's hope March.
Oh, that fast. Nice. Okay. All right. So we're those millennials and Iman. Drop your name. Yeah.
The name is it's I Knew Then and I Know Now.
Oh, okay. That's the name of the book?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I love it. I like it.
Thanks.
You typed it in real fast. All right, we're those millennials and beyond. Iman, and we're out. I'm sorry. Damn, you have me laugh so much. See, I forgot I have the button.